What's up everybody, it's Justin Romine here, coming at you with another video. This has been the most controversial subject on my YouTube channel thus far, and that is the HLG3 picture profile on all of the new Sony full frame cameras, like the A7III, the A7R3. Like anytime I do a video featuring the HLG3, I always get like this enormous uprise of dislikes. So I'm sure there's gonna be tons of people that dislike this video, but that means I'm on the right track, right? So biggest reason I wanna do this video is I wanna do a low light test, like a lot lower light environment than I've done in my previous videos about this profile. But for an update, those who are following me, I have been using this picture profile like 100%. The only time I don't use it is when I'm using my Sony A7III. That's because I can't use it. It doesn't have this profile on it. But I am thoroughly impressed with the HLG3 color science that it looks like. Like it has a completely different look and feel to it. And one of the questions I get a lot is, how does this perform in low light scenarios? Like, is the image just gonna like have a lot of grain, kind of like an S-Log? So I wanna see how this can hold up in low light, how the dynamic range is, how the grain is, and I wanna take you with me on this journey. French press is the best. So what I'm actually gonna do for this low light test is I'm going to do kind of a little short film of myself doing random stuff around the house. And all the shots I'm gonna use in this sequence, I'm gonna be considered low light, which means my ISO is gonna go no lower than 1000. I'm gonna keep the ISO above 1000 the entire time. And let's see how much grain this profile actually produces and what the image quality looks like. Oh yeah. All right, so for those also that are like, man, you're only allowed to use this picture profile for like broadcast and like for high definition TVs, this is the truth. You can actually still use this profile. It does use the Rec 2020 color space, but when you put this footage, if you're using Premiere Pro, it automatically interprets that as Rec 709 to where it can be viewed on any screen across the board, phone, tablet, TV screen, whatever. So just so you know, you can use this profile. It's gonna be okay. Oh, and by the way, the lens I'm gonna be using for this is the Sigma 16mm 1.4. I know it's for an APS-C body, but I'm using this on the Sony A7 III because you can do that. And I don't know why I have that camera in my hand. I'm using the A7 III with the Sigma 16mm. So let's go. Man, I think we all can agree that this profile looks so good. Now you're watching this after the fact, but I'm editing this footage right now and I gotta tell you, like, I'm not noticing a whole lot of noise. Now it does help I'm using a 1.4 lens, but really the only shot that I noticed a lot of grain is in that sneaker shot where I'm going through and I'm trying to find the remote in the little shoe bin. And I will say, I remember when I was filming that, the ISO was set at like 5,000. It was still underexposed by 1.0, like around there, maybe a little bit more, but I didn't really want to bump up the ISO anymore. Now what I can tell you, tips for using this profile, is I'm noticing whenever I decrease the shadows and increase the highlights, basically increasing the contrast of the image too much, if I try to overdo it, it does lead to grainy looking footage. But I found that you can decrease the shadows a little bit to add a little bit more contrast, and it makes the image just look so good and makes the grain not even noticeable. So yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed with the low light performance of this HLG3 profile, and I'm confident that you will love this profile as well. So if you haven't already, upgrade to the A7 III or the A7R III. It's worth it, I promise. And as always, if you liked this video and found it helpful, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. It really helps me out. I look forward to making more and more videos going into 2019. Let's go. I'm gonna finish editing this video right now.